Nice day in March. Never been out here, and let's just see if we can find some birds to shoot. We're here at George Reifel Bird Sanctuary out in Delta, BC. And it's my first time out here. I'm here with my buddy Angus, and we're just getting swarmed by all these ducks, and there's herons and bald eagles around. In the F6, I've got Fujifilm Velvia slide film. The autofocus on this 200mm f2 is really quick, so on the F6 it should be match made in heaven. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So I'm at 1/500th of a second at f2. I'm gonna save it for some more interesting birds. Maybe at the end I'll shoot some ducks if we're unlucky. This is a good path. I haven't taken a single shot yet. I just haven't found like something that has really caught my eye. The problem with this lens is, as much as I love it, 200mm is not that long of a focal length. Whoa! But stuff is so close that 200 might be the right lens. I was debating to bring this and the 500, but my bag's not that big, so you know, to fit everything in it, like the video camera there, I chose to go with this. Hopefully it was an okay decision today. Look at those feet. Such cool feet. Just so cautiously walking. Beautiful. Look at that bird. Wow. Stunning. The F6 I picked up Christmas time. My first DSLR was a D40X, which, yeah, if you know kind of the history of Nikon, that's been a while back. And pretty much everything that this F6 can do, it just feels right at home to, you know, everything up to the D850 and the D5 that I had before I sold them. And that was kind of the big reason why I wanted to buy this camera. It's a film camera, but it's like a DSLR with its 3D matrix metering, its autofocus, and just to be able to shoot film more confidently, where every time I click the shutter, I feel like I'm gonna get that shot and it's gonna be worth the while. And it's just been a joy to use. It's something that I've been carrying around. One of the things I've heard is, you know, it doesn't really have the looks of like a film camera. It's not as sexy as an F3, but I actually kind of like that it feels like a professional tool. It's almost a paradox of like shooting on film and like having fun with it, but using a very serious professional body that came out in 2004. This is the last of the 35mm film cameras that Nikon's probably ever going to make. And, you know, it's been a blast, and I've had no issues with the batteries. So I've done about 12 rolls of film on this so far, and the battery's still showing full, which has been great. Because coming from the F5, I'm not a fan of those 8 AA batteries. You can choose to have your settings imprinted in between your frames on the actual roll of film. So it's a really good feature for knowing what settings you've used when you've shot, because now I don't have to waste time and take a break to write it down in a notebook. But I do think this is going to be a future classic. Like, the prices of these aren't cheap, but I think it's actually only going to go up. In Canadian dollars, when this camera was new, it was about $5,000. And you can find them on eBay for, you know, as low as $1,000. The one that I got was an unused condition that got sent in from Tokyo. And it's like a brand new camera that's, you know, from 2004. It's a really early serial model, so for me it's just going to be a keeper. I've even blacked it out with some paint on the Nikon, which is something I like to do to all my cameras. And so that's keeper status for me. This kind of reminds me of Galapagos, where the animals there never learned fear of humans. So you could just walk around and like, I nearly kicked a seal in the head because I got so close by accident, like without realizing. Feeding those Canada geese. Those things are scary. Oh my God, you're petting it? Oh, get. This guy's brave. Very brave. So one of the things I do find that I miss on the F6 compared to the F5 is that the viewfinder doesn't detach. Nikon probably removed that feature to improve the durability of the camera, but it is something that I do miss. Something to consider if you have used other Nikon film cameras before and find yourself using different viewfinders or just removing it for getting that down low shot. You won't be able to do that with the F6 and you're gonna have to lie down on the ground a few times. So that's a wrap here today. They're closing at 4 o'clock, so make sure you get here early enough, and you got to book online, so you can't just show up here as well. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm still trying to build this community, so any feedback you guys could give me would be awesome. And let me know what you think.